What's going on, Master Duel fans? James here again. Duelist Cup has arrived a few days ago, obviously, and aside from working with different decks to deal with the Duelist Cup missions, one of the decks that I decided to take for the Duelist Cup event, and we're doing something super new at this time around. And based off from that hand, you guys see it, the Frenzy and the Sonic. The Duelist Cup deck of choice is Dinomorphia. Dinomorphia happens to be a series of Dark Dinosaur, 2 main deck, 3 fusion monsters, along with 4 normal traps and 4 counter traps, all of which Dinomorphia names. And of course, before we get things started, you guys know the drill. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. You guys know the good stuff. Now, first things first on the main deck monsters. Theresia, Diplos. Theresia, only 1500 attack. Diplos, only 1000 attack. Both are level 4 Dark Dinosaur, no defense. Theresia and Diplos both do something upon normal or special, and when both Theresia and Diplos are destroyed, they basically banish the traps just to revive each other. Basically, Theresia revives Diplos, and then Diplos revives Theresia upon destruction. Now, Theresia, upon no more special, straight up set 1 Dinomorphia trap from your deck. Then, if your life points are 2000 or less, this card gains 500 attack. And then, upon normal or special for Diplos, she lets you Foolish Burial any Dinomorphia card, main deck monster, or trap included from deck to graveyard. If your life points are 2000 or less, burn your opponent 500. Now, to go over the Dinomorphia traps. The normal Dinomorphia traps, all of which do the same thing in terms of the graveyard effect, which is when your opponent activates a card or effect while your life points are 2000 or less, banish this. You take no effect damage from your opponent's card effects throughout this whole entire turn. Hence why Domain, Alert, Brute, and Frenzy, all of them share the same graveyard effect. And of course, the activations on those normal traps are hard once. Domain, Frenzy, both rely on Fusion Summon, of course. Domain works on either main phase, either player's main phases, and then Frenzy specifically only works during your opponent's main phases, 1 or 2. And then Domain, when it comes to the fusion materials of how you toss out Dinomorphia, toss 2 of them out from the main deck, which happens to be Theresia, Diplos, basic. And then for Frenzy, 1 main deck Dinomorphia, so basically one of those 2, and then 1 extra deck Dinomorphia, which was one of these 3. And then Alert, this is your Call of the Haunted of Dinomorphia, special summon up to 2, whose total levels equals 8 or less, but cannot declare an attack with them throughout this whole entire turn. And the turn you use alert, you cannot special summon except Dinomorphia. Brute, this is your Scrap Dragon of Dinomorphia, aka destroy one Dinomorphia monster you control and one card your opponent controls. All of which, for the normal traps, they require you to pay half of your life points. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the name of the game. They are all about cutting your points in half as cost in order for you to do something. And then the counter traps cut your points in half is the cost as well. Same thing. And the counter traps are also hard once on the activations. Dinomorphia Shell. At the start of your opponent's battle phase, pay half, generate a Dinomorphia token, Dinosaur Dark, level 10, no attack, 3000 defense, and if you do, for the rest of the turn, while you control that token, your opponent cannot target monsters for attacks except the token itself. Dinomorphia Reversion. If you happen to control a Dinomorphia, actually, I'll just speed run this for the other three counter traps. Sonic Reversion and Intat, they require you to control a Dinomorphia card for Intat, Reversion for the Dinomorphia Fusion, and then Sonic for any Dinomorphia monster. For the Reversion, pay half, banish a counter trap. That's what the effect of the counter trap will become. Intat is your Solemn Strike of Dinomorphia, but pay half. And then Sonic, this is your Spell Trap Negate, then destroy one Dinomorphia monster you control. And then the Intat, this lets you play around hand traps. And then Sonic, this lets you play around literally any spell traps that isn't super polymerization. And then the graveyard effects of the counter traps share the same thing, which is during damage calculation, while your life points are 2,000 or less, if you would take battle damage, banish this, you take no battle damage from that battle. And then extra deck, 3 extra deck fusions. Kentrigina, Stealthburgia, Rex Term. The requirements as follows. Kentrigina, Stealthburgia, they require 2 Dinomorphias with different names. So basically, normally, these 2 at the very early start of the game, and then towards the grind game, you can just literally sub out different names in terms of fusion materials to make either one. So, Kentrigina, Stealthburgia, 2 different named Dinomorphias, while Rex Term is literally any Dinomorphia fusion, so any of the 3, obviously, playing multiple copies of course, so any of the 3 of the Dinomorphia fusions, plus 1 Dinomorphia monster to make Rex Term. Kentrigina, Stealthburgia, both are level 6 Dark Dinosaur Fusion. Kentrigina, 4,000 attack, no defense. Stealthburgia, no attack, 2,500 defense. Kentrigina loses attack based off from your life points. Context is, the lower your life points, the higher up the attack Kentrigina can be. each of the following effects of Kentrigina once. During the main phase, as a quick effect, pay half, banish a Dinomorphia normal trap. She copies the effect of whichever Dinomorphia normal trap she wants. So basically, I can go another fusion summon, all from Domain or Frenzy. Copy off Brute to spot removal, or copy off Alert to keep on swarming out Dinomorphias like no tomorrow. And then Stealth Bergia. While your life points are 2,000 or less, you do not pay life just to activate traps or Dinomorphia monster effects. It ain't each of the following effects of Stealth Bergia once. When your opponent activates a monster effect, as a quick effect, burn your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. And then Kentrigina and Stealth Bergia's destruction effect is the same thing, which is if this card gets killed by battle or card effect, special 1 level 4 or lower Dinomorphia from the graveyard. So whenever these two fusions are killed off, these two fusions let you get back either Diplos or Theresia. And then Rex Term. Your opponent cannot activate the effects of monsters they control that have attack greater than or equal to your life points. Each of the following effects of Rex Term once. Pay half. The attack of all monsters your opponent currently controls become equal to your life points until the end of this turn. And then, if this card gets killed by battle or card effect, special summon 1 level 6 or lower Dinomorphia from the graveyard. So, assuming that Kentrigina and Stealth Bergia were properly summoned, Rex Term's destruction effect lets you bring back any of these 4 like no tomorrow. And with that being said, that is literally every Dinomorphia card covered. Let's get things going. Soulful Quartz. Nice. Also had one of those glossed out Coolias, by the way. Top decks Theresia. Theresia, set Domain, set 4, direct attack for 15, and pass. Scale Dreamia, Chain Shifter, Chain Domain, Ash, keeping Domain in check, Chain 5 Frenzy, Max C as Chain 6. For Frenzy, Rex Term. Whoa. Normal Kitia. And Perm. Right where the scale of Coolia is. PS2. Electromite. Electromite. Toss out Astrograph. Electromite. Kill off Dreamia. Return to Astrograph. Emite to draw 1. Astrograph. Special. Grab the Dreamia. Draw 1. Dragon Shrine. Toss out Dark Worm to the banish. Dreamia special. Masquerina. How does the Soulful Core player got space to make Underworld Goddess by using Rex Term? Are you actually kidding me? Dude, that's whack. And the sad part is, Goddess was made with Masquerina. just so that Goddess cannot be killed by card effects. That's insane. Goddess doesn't make a difference. Attacking over Theresia at 500. Top decks Theresia. Prosperity going for 6. Domain Theresia. Storm, Strike, Frenzy, Chalice. Now, based off from the 6, when it comes to Pot of Prosperity, I was planning on either Domain or Frenzy for the sake of the Fusion Summon, but at the same time, now that we got Theresia, there's no need to pick out Domain or Frenzy. Lightning Storm, it doesn't do much. And then Strike, on the other hand, we're out of life point range, so we chose Forbidden Chalice. Normal Theresia, straight up set at 2000, and then 1 set. Domain. Whoa! Kenchigina, Domain. Get rid of the 2 for another Rex term. Elegance. Sonic. Negate, destroy Elegance. Destroy Rex term. Rex term. Goddess with a negate. Chalice negating Goddess. Kenchigina comes back. 63 life points left. Kenchigina for 937 and 1 set. Opponent drew, opponent passed. Kenchigina 3937. Opponent is at 1626. 1 set. Gracia. Judgment to Gracia. Scale. And then Sulfur Cord Scoop. So guys, that is your in-depth guide of Dinomorphia. If you love to see more in the near future, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you haven't already, smash the notification bell to keep yourself constantly updated. And we'll catch you guys next time.